So this is one of my males, and he has been fighting with the other males. When he was young, he had an injury to his beak, so there's a displacement there of the top beak over the bottom, but he's had no issues with feeding. But now that we've come into the breeding season, we can see we've got some inflammation around the eyes on both sides, and that's because he's been harassing other birds and they've been harassing them. So I took him out this morning, and the rest of the pen has been really quiet. He's just been in solitary confinement in a large pen by himself, and he's been yelling all morning. Let me give you a look at his wings there. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And this one too. Now I'll show you how we can tell how they're a boy. So the boys are generally a little bit slimmer than the females, but I'm going to flip him over and we're going to have a look at the vent. Just get him settled. Okay. So pull these feathers forward, and we can see it's a little bit messy, but the vent is here, the front of those feathers. The vent is here, and then behind the vent we have this large pink swelling. Now that pink swelling fills up with a white foamy substance that the males use to fertilise the females' eggs. So it looks, to me, I think that it actually looks a little bit inflamed when the men, or when the boys come into season. We see that these sacs can get quite swollen. His isn't too bad, but it is pink, and I do think that some of that inflammation does cause a little bit of distress to them. But that's just a natural part of their breeding cycle. That's what happens to the males. The females obviously lay the eggs, and the males get swelling in that sac right behind their vent. Unfortunately, this guy isn't going to go on to do breeding, just because he's being rough with the other birds. And so it's really important when we're breeding to select for certain traits. One of the traits that I look for is nice, gentle birds. And unfortunately, this guy has been fighting, so he misses out on breeding. But there we go. Since I've taken him out, it's much quieter in the pen. But that's how we tell if they're a boy or not.